It's another great day here in Hamilton. If you can believe it, we've only had 30 hours of sun in the last month and a bit. Supposedly we're supposed to average 200 hours at this time of year. So 30 is not very much. And quite honestly, that's why this story feels like a miracle, really. It's just so cool. I think that eventually these types of things won't feel like miracles to me. They'll just feel like everyday things, because I have this knowing or understanding that there are different ways to communicate that don't necessarily involve words or visual, or I just feel like we can pick up on things that are floating through the ether, for lack of a better way of describing it. So this week when I was doing one of my scribbles, I just did what I normally do, and I started with this yellow-orange paint and just followed the next step and the next step and the next step. And eventually it looked to me like a sunrise, and I thought there was some green in it as well, and it just felt like a sunrise over a forest. And I didn't think anything more of it than that. I just thought, well, this is actually pretty beautiful, which is always a nice surprise when I'm scribbling, because often I don't really love what I create when I'm scribbling, but I know that that's not the point. The point is just following step by step and creating something without having a picture in your mind, or in my mind, without having a picture in my mind of what it is that I want to create, what I want it to look like, and forcing my body to make that. Instead, I'm just allowing information to come in and creating what it is. Anyway, I created the sunrise, and the next day there was a sunrise over the forest outside the picture window in my dining room. And it just felt like, I don't know, it just felt like I was picking up on maybe that sunrise coming, and it was hopeful. And I just really love that, and I really think that it's so important for my own mental health and just enjoyment of life in general to pick up on those little miracles that are around us every day. And so I'm curious if you've had any miracles like that happen, just like little, like almost little inside secrets that you're like, oh yeah, that's what that was. I'd love to hear about that if you feel like sharing. And I'm currently sitting in Scribble Studio, which, as you can see, is an absolute disaster. But we have a birthday party happening next weekend. It's happening in here. So sometimes that's what I need. Sometimes I need a hard deadline, and hopefully we can get it all ready for the birthday party. I don't think that the fun details will be finished probably by next weekend, because I'd like to have the time to sort of enjoy them, like putting up the plants, and I have a few ideas of things I want to put on the walls and that kind of thing. So I think those will be more maybe done throughout February. And it's going to be so great though too, because I have I've had for quite some time some big ideas for things I'd like to do in here. So stay tuned for those as well. Do you ever feel like when you're sharpening pencils that it's just such a waste? Like, I'm watching all these beautiful colors drop into a bin that's destined for the garbage. And I'm like, how can I use those colors? Anyway, that's my little thing for this week. Thanks for being here, and I will see you next week. Bye.